Do you know the #1 reason why some brands enjoy massive organic reach on LinkedIn while most don't? It's because brands like Netflix, Buffer, and Amazon focus a lot more on conversations and stories, almost like they're individual creators. This really helps them work with the LinkedIn algorithm and gets them massive amounts of engagement and reach. In today's video, we're going to walk you through 5 LinkedIn video ideas that will help you work with LinkedIn's prioritization algorithm. These ideas are the kind of thing that LinkedIn wants to push out to more people, so they're really going to help your business stand out on the platform. I'm Teresa with InVideo. Let's go ahead and jump in. First things first, let's take a look at the way LinkedIn organizes and prioritizes content on your audience's feed. This is going to determine the type of content that you should be making. The first priority on the feed is the user's personal connections, both people that they're connected with and people that they follow. This, if you think about it, is perfectly in line with the main reason that most people use LinkedIn, which is to build and connect with your professional network. So if you look at my example feed here, you'll see that 50% of posts that show up are ones that someone in my network interacted with, either by liking or commenting or saving or sharing. And then the next biggest chunk of content is from people that I follow, and the most priority is going to be given to the accounts who I engage with often. The second priority of the algorithm is going to be to show users posts that they're likely to interact with based on their previous activity. So the algorithm is going to base this on accounts and posts that you followed or liked or interacted with in the past, and then it's going to show you similar content that it thinks you will like based on that. And then the third priority of the algorithm is going to be to show users posts that are super popular in their niches at the moment. So these are usually posts by the top leaders in different niches. So now that you know a little bit about the LinkedIn algorithm and how it ranks posts on your feed, it's easy to see how some brands like Amazon get consistent, organic engagement, while other brands like Spotify don't. The brands that are doing well are focusing a lot more on conversations and stories, much like individual creators do. This works really well because LinkedIn is meant to be a place where you interact with your professional network, so it's really beneficial for companies to almost act like they're an individual person that their followers can interact with. It helps them work with the LinkedIn algorithm and gets them the most eyeballs. All right, now let's dive into a few types of content that you can create to help you work with the LinkedIn algorithm and get the most organic reach. The first LinkedIn video idea is to showcase compelling customer success stories for your product or service. Highlighting customer success stories is a great way to build credibility of your product or service. But in order for this idea to work, you have to be willing to do it right and actually talk to your real customers and talk about their real problems and how your product was able to come in and bridge the gap. So for these types of videos, you can reach out to your customers either through email or social media, and you can ask them to share a favorite memory with your brand or ask them for a review of your product. You want to make sure you actually get them to talk about how your product or service helps them solve a problem they had. That's going to make for so much more of an in-depth video instead of a boring video that just shares a few quotes about your product or service. For instance, here is a customer success story from Robinhood that is very authentic. As you can see, they've emphasized the very real problem of the lack of investing knowledge among the masses and how their product helped solve it for Adam, a musician who had no background in investing whatsoever. They showcase the effectiveness of their product in helping people around the world achieve their goals. And once you've got the stories from your customers, we've made it super easy for you to turn it into a video, even if you have no video creation experience. Simply come over to InVideo.io and then you can search for a template to use for your video. So you can search testimonials or customer reviews and find a design that you like and that goes with your brand. You're even going to be able to change the colors of the template if you want them to fit your brand colors, and you'll be able to change the fonts and all the elements of the template. So go ahead and pick one out and then upload your clips, your photos, and copy and paste your captions. And that's going to be a super easy way for you to create a compelling customer story video within minutes. The second idea is to share your brand's milestones and achievements. This does 2 things. First, it helps your audience feel like they're a part of your journey. And second, it gives your employees a chance to feel like they're a part of something bigger. These emotional triggers can help them connect with your content further and share it to more people. Let's say you're a fitness brand. You can share milestones such as the number of people you've helped get back on track with their fitness goals, or how you hired the best trainers in the world to work with your clients. You can get creative by either shooting some of your own footage at the gym of your clients and your trainers, or another option is to use stock footage, which you have access to on InVideo. So you can go ahead and open up a project and stitch together relevant stock images and videos on the timeline. Then you can add some inspiring music and add some text to illustrate your point effectively. This short but sweet announcement from Monday.com is the perfect example of a milestone video that resonates well with the audience. The third idea is to create short and sweet explainer videos that are related to your product or service. Think of these videos as the modern-day elevator pitch for your brand. They're super effective for explaining the problem that your brand solves in a digestible way. Creating explainer videos helps you showcase the effectiveness of your product or service, and it also establishes you as an expert in the field. Let's look at the example of a meditation app. You can create a short tutorial on how someone can use your app to practice guided meditation. All you will need to do is screen record different steps involved in reaching the final outcome, and then put the clips together in InVideo to create a fun animated explainer video. Using text and captions can be super effective in these videos as the visual elements to keep the viewer engaged and make sure your audience can consume this content with the sound off, which a lot of people do on LinkedIn. In fact, we also have dedicated explainer video templates on InVideo that can help you hit the ground running. Here is a wonderful example of a short but effective explainer video from Slack, where they explain how to enable the latest audio feature. The entire video is screen grabs of Slack's interface. It's very simple and very visual, so users could get the gist of it even without the audio on. Now, if you're creating explainer videos, there are a few best practices that you want to keep in mind. First, keep your videos short and to the point. If you need to make a few longer videos, that's okay, but on LinkedIn, the point is to keep your audience hooked and to keep their attention, so shorter videos are going to be better for that. You also want to stick to one concept per video to make it really digestible for your audience instead of trying to explain too much in one video. For example, LinkedIn effectively talks about self-belief and context to work using this simple text-based video. The concept and simple presentation make it really easy to understand and resonate with. And the engagement on the video is proof. And the last best practice, like we talked about already, is to make sure you optimize your video to watch without sound by adding text and by making it very visual. If you want to dive even deeper into the exact step-by-step process for creating an explainer video, you can check out this video on our channel. Alright, the fourth video idea on our list is to take your audience behind the scenes of product creation or some kind of project. Taking your audience behind the scenes and showing them what went into creating your product or service is a great way to build transparency and trust, both of which are super important factors for increasing long-term engagement and growth for your brand's content. So for this type of video, you could capture a day around the office, or you could take your customers behind the scenes and show them what it's like to create a product or service. Then you can come over to InVideo, upload your clips onto the timeline, add some inspirational music, add a voiceover, and once everything seems good to go, go ahead and hit export. Here's a perfect example for a behind-the-scenes video of the company's holiday project shoot. It works because of the simple presentation, the single concept, and the high-quality visuals. Now, before you get started creating behind-the-scenes videos, here are a few key points that you want to keep in mind. First, make sure your shots are well-lit and well-framed. Aesthetically pleasing shots are always going to get more engagement. Also, keep your videos smooth and steady and simple. You don't want to add too many transitions, and you want to try to keep your videos from being jerky with too much movement. And finally, the last idea on our list is to highlight social issues that you care about as a company. When brands speak up about social issues, they're building awareness around the issue and encouraging their followers to do the same. Content around social issues can also help unite people and drive the change that you want to see as a brand. And at the same time, it helps your audience trust you more by knowing the values that you care about deeply. Uber, for example, created some very useful videos for Pride Month, which were very well received by their audience. There are a few things that work really well in the case of these videos. First, they hook you in the first 10 seconds and make you want to keep watching. Second, they've kept the text on each slide short and easy to read, and only used the one most important message per slide. Now, one key thing to keep in mind if you're going to be creating videos around social causes is that you never want to create these types of videos just for the sake of getting views. Your audience can see right through that, and it's probably going to backfire pretty quickly. This is a great idea to keep in mind for causes that your company truly does care about, but this isn't the kind of thing that you just want to keep pumping out more of these types of videos. Find causes that your company is genuinely invested in and then go all out in supporting them. So there you have it. Those are 5 ideas for videos for LinkedIn that will really kick off your brand's organic reach and growth. Which one of these ideas was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about organic reach on other platforms, check out our videos on Reels and TikTok ideas that you can recreate for your brand or business. I'm Teresa with InVideo, and I'll see you in the next one.